find in any of your research an ideal time for e-learning modules? Because I've heard everything from time is of the essence, so there's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour. What's too long and what's too short? And is there some measure?
Is there an ideal time for e-learning modules? There's a trend, and the trend is to shorter as opposed to longer. The answer to that question, though, is there is not an ideal time. Most of the research that has been done in how people learn has been done in the area of cognition. Ruth Clark is very predominant in this field. She is one of many people who has brought out the idea of working memory. Working memory goes back to Miller and chunking. What it says basically is working memory is limited. Okay? So the more you put in there into working memory, the more crowded it becomes, the more likely you are to lose people. Okay? And length certainly contributes to how long. What affects the length of e-learning is how interesting the subject is. I mean, I've done work for, I know we have pharma people here. I've done work for pharma people with databases that, we could have naked people jumping up and down on trampolines, and it would still be boring. It's boring content. It's boring. There's no way around it. So the content itself, how interesting is it? The delivery, how interesting is the delivery? Be honest with yourself. There's a rule that says out there, when you have a screen out there, if it's a PowerPoint screen or a flash screen or whatever, you don't want to go longer than about 10 to 15 seconds. You go over 30 seconds with somebody talking at a screen, and we're starting to lose them. Motion, you want enough motion that it engages, not so much motion that people are going like this. More flash doesn't necessarily make it better. The other thing that is very, very important in terms of length, besides how interesting the content is what's the point? What do we want them to get out of it before we break it? The trend says that because we'll be delivering things out there on netbooks and iPhones, shorter is better. So we're talking 5 to 10 minutes. If it goes longer than that, you better have a real good presenter. You better have real interesting content. All those kind of things play in.